If I hadn't have done that deep clean last week and that guy had come in the state that it was, how embarrassed would I be? A 34-year-old man who can't even tidy up his flat. Ridiculous. Welcome back. I think we've all heard that term, that your surroundings are a result of your mental state. And I think we all know that to be true, and I think I've always known that, but I think recently I've really come to learn how true that is and how much of a difference just small little steps in the right direction can actually affect your confidence, your self-respect, and forging a path forward towards your goals. If you're new here, I make videos about my journey. So at the moment it's focusing a lot on finances and weight loss. I've got over £150 to lose and £14,000 worth of debt to get rid of. And then we'll keep going. I've got high ambitions, so we'll keep going. I have been putting off a deep clean of my flat. It's very, very indicative of my mental state. And I wouldn't say I'm a dirty person, but there has been a distinct lack of self-respect and frankly just giving up in life. And that definitely comes across in how I look, or how I did look. I'm still fat, obviously, but if you watch my first two videos, I have a horrible hairstyle. I've got a bit of a man bun going on, but I let my sides and back completely grow out, and I hadn't had a haircut in 4 months. And it was the same with my flat. And I'm going to post, throughout this video, I'll post like before and afters of my flat. I live in a 1-bedroom, so there's not going to be that many photos, but really happy with the results. And it has made a massive difference to my confidence and just my mental clarity, I would say. So when I got my haircut done, that was even a boost as well, because my confidence went straight up. I knew that I needed to get a haircut, and I knew I needed to do these basic things. And people may be screaming at me saying, well, obviously you need to tidy and clean your flat. Yes, I know that. But I think when you get into a spiral and you get into a certain mindset, a negative mindset and behavior patterns, you tend to settle. And I think humans are good at settling. I think they're good at getting used to new situations quite quickly. So if you continually, throw your clothes on the floor, if you continually not make your bed every morning, then you almost don't see it. You just get on with it, and then you get on with other things. And I think it's a mental thing. I think it's your brain trying to not use as much willpower almost, because that's what habits are for, aren't they? So you're almost an autopilot. And I think that's what, if you do these things enough, then they just become habits, and you begin to not care as well. Because if it's indicative of your life, if there are several areas of your life that are treated in just the same way, then you become very despondent, and that's what happened to me. But I'm still not out of it, obviously, but I'm making good progress in that. And it's not just about weight loss and getting out of debt. There is definitely a problem with how I think about things. And, if I won the lottery tomorrow, yeah, I wouldn't go bankrupt straight away, but I still would have issues with money, I think. And the same with weight as well. If a genie arrived tomorrow and said, you have 3 wishes, I want to lose all my weight, I would still put on another £100 because I haven't actually dealt with the issues that caused it. So I started my YouTube channel like 2 weeks ago. I think I did my deep clean on my flat last week, and I'll post those pictures. Instantly felt better. Instantly. And it took 6 hours. In my last video I talked about urgency and how that's becoming a real foundational concept in my life at the moment. Getting things done. If you can get it done today, it should be done today. If there are edits in this video, it's because I'm still ill and I've just had a coughing fit. So if you see my eyes red as well, I'm not crying. I've just been puking my guts out. What was I saying? Yeah, so I instantly felt better by doing it. It took about 6 hours to do. And I was wondering in the back of my head, are you gonna keep this up? And I did. So I've been sweeping every day, and I'm recording this on 23rd when I did another deep clean yesterday. So I have been keeping it up, and it took an hour this time, which is what it should be, right? Everyone does like a weekly clean, which I just haven't been doing. But even that simple, basic thing, it actually really, really helps. And it gives me such a confidence in knowing that I have said to myself that I'm going to do this, and I've actually done it. And it's not just a one-time thing. And I've got a haircut next week, so I'm going to try and keep this maintained. I've been doing my beard every few days. So it's about these little habits stacking up. I think I need to build a foundation while, sprinting towards my other goals. So I think in terms of debt and to a degree weight loss, I want to be using this. It's a sprint period of my life, and I'm using the Dave Ramsey baby steps mostly for the debt part, and he talks about gazelle intensity. And I'm using that concept for those two main areas: the weight loss, the health and the finances. But I do think I do need to have smaller, slower, step by step little wins along the way, because I want to look like I give a shit, basically. And I sharpened up my beard before doing this video. I've done all these things. I've tried to improve the camera quality because that was annoying me. And these little tiny things that add up in the end, along with the big things that you're really going to see quite monumental change quickly. Because I think for someone in a deep black hole, the little change is going to be, in a way, much bigger than if you were just giving £1 million. Because one, you've got the confidence that you've just done that yourself. You've got the confidence that you've been able to maintain that. And as I touched on last time, it's taken you out of the hole just enough that you can see a way out. And I think that's really important, because if you do keep doing these negative behavioral spirals, it becomes, you come to a point where you just give up and there's just no hope. And you see this a lot. And I think that's where midlife crises come from. It's been a big help. And I think going forward, I'll make a few more videos about these sort of things. Anything else I've sort of added into this little thing. And there's going to be loads of little things. There's other grooming things, for example. I think it's just about taking care of yourself. And even though it might be cringy, it might be obvious, if you haven't been doing these things, then it might not come as, second nature to you. And as some of it will not come to me as well. And I think you'd be able to take pride in these things. And just as a real life example, I just had a maintenance guy come over, I think on Friday or Thursday. If I hadn't have done that deep clean last week, and that guy had come in the state that it was, how embarrassed would I be? A 34-year-old man who can't even tidy up his flat. Ridiculous. And I think it's important to be kind to yourself, but you've also got to, and I've got to realize that it's not acceptable. It really isn't. And you've got to present yourself in a way, and you've got to conduct yourself in a way that is conducive to the plans and the goals that you want, and the life you want to live, the man or woman you want to be. And I think that's the biggest takeaway of what I learned in doing this little process. Now it's not a big thing, like it's out the way, right? It's now an hour and like 5 minutes a day. You know what I mean? But you had to realize it to get to that point. Thank you. Take care.